It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to. And just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass, and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is reeled in by Joshua Palmer. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Zach Bond with the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So now here's 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Allen. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, Allen to the air. Complete to Shakir. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. Allen gonna throw again. Dumps it off to his running back. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To throw again, it's Allen. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Oh, nearly got to the end zone there. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Nick Sirianni going to have the officials look at this one again. He's throwing that challenge flag. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Cook has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes, the Eagles got him! And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Pass it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Amendola able to put it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Barkley. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the 2nd. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. it's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. On 1st down, Allen. He lofts it deep, right sideline. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Allen. Throwing the out route complete. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw now, Allen. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down throw for Allen. Coleman with the grab. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Allen setting up to throw. Connection made to Shakir. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Finds Kincaid. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pressure coming, it's Allen. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Bass now to kick this away. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Second and 4. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're trying an option play left side on 1st down. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
From the 47, this finds Smith. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Dotson now in motion right. On 1st down, Hurts. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts throwing again. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Taken in by Smith. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Third down, 1 yard to go. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Complete beyond the marker. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
Well, good thing they reviewed it, because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Barkley. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Back to throw, Hurts. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get some late points and the lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills and Joshua Palmer set to go to work again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Allen now on 1st down. Oh, he got way too much under that one. Too high, that's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air. Allen. Pass complete to Cook. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's caught for the first. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They got the interference call on third down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. Throwing now on first down, Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Allen gonna throw again. Gets this to Kincaid. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Allen on the play action. Able to hit Palmer. Complete. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. But it looked like a member of the Bills was able to get to that one, so possession remains with them. Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. This ball's cut by Palmer. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. First down from the red zone. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Bass now to kick this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, a run with Barkley. No one around, he's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's gonna move the sticks.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominating in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the pistol, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 27. This finds Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Ball at the 33 for first down. Allen to throw. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He completes it in traffic. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pickup of 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On first down, Allen. Cook hauls it in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. To the air again, Allen. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. They send a man in motion. First down throw for Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Again, Allen to the air. Connection made to Coleman. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Allen on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Blitz coming here. Allen rolling out to his... And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
Well, now this is certainly going to make second and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss. But give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating. It's going to make it a more difficult now second and goal situation.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Third and goal for Allen. Escapes the pocket. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Handoff here to Davis. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. And he will not get there. They stop him on fourth and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on fourth down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go to Barkley again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. New set of downs for him from the 46. Allen now on 1st down. Looking slant route, complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send the tight end in motion. From the 37. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Gets this to Kincaid. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To throw again, it's Allen. Complete to Shakir. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Allen gonna throw again. Has it down close. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And he gets in, touchdown. The Bills down by only 2 in the 4th. Josh Allen, the touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Allen looking to throw this. And he brings it in. They go for 2 and the tie, and it works out. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Bass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's got Brown on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, ball at the 36. Hurts now from the gun. Barkley's got it. And as this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. First and 10 for him now following the penalty. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. Call it 5 yards there. It's going to be 4th and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
He still has room inside the 30. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down from the red zone. This one's caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the handoff, here's Davis. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Bills take a 4th quarter lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills take a 4-point lead. Bass now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. They've got first down from the 31. Motion man left is Brown. First down throwing for Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative.
He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. They're gonna run with Barkley. And they'll bring him down after an all-right game. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here he is to throw. Headed out right. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And he shakes off the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. It's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Allen finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Again, Allen to the air. Finds Kincaid. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. To the air again, Allen. They don't connect there, and now just just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.